safe. Hey, that's what it's all about. So 3-1 is where we're currently sitting. And there's a save game at 6:15. So we hopefully shouldn't lose anything right now. So I'll see him actually just using that illusion rune to actually farm up a little bit more. So DTS making the most of their neutrals right now. Deuce is still free farming up in that bottom lane. Completed Ring of Basilius. Only 500 gold in the back of him at the moment, but has completed treads. Would hope to expect a little bit more from him in a little bit later on in the game. 15 minutes, hopefully we'll actually have our Lincoln Sphere up on top of him, and then just nothing but damage I'd like to see after that point. Obviously, Deuce will be that massive strength through the battles, but also has to be the massive DPS that comes out too, so you got to think twice about engaging her. TP is coming towards the mid, so SF will actually join up with Shen right now. One Razor does hit Pugna, who's already on the retreat. Well-placed Razor as well, coming out from Baby Knight. He does love playing that SF. Tier 1 tower down, so G can push in a little bit closer right now and give a bit of harassment to the Windrunner. Windrunner actually taking the first hit from the Mystic Snake. Not going to be too concerned about actually taking the first hit, even though it does take off half of his HP right now. But the fact that it was actually a second or a third, it would actually end up a hell of a lot worse, as Light actually manages to get a kill up on the top lane. Didn't even see that one coming, but I don't think Sunny did either, as Light managed to actually solo him up there. That would have actually taken an ulti as well as a couple more to actually do. Yep, considering the mana he's actually got left on him, that is definitely what's happened. So Baby Knight walking back from the mid lane, did push it a little bit too far, doesn't want to actually go too far over that river. He's already got himself a good start right now. Trade's completed on him as well as Slippers. Venomancer pulling once again. Deucer farming once again. In fact, if anything, you go so to bring up the CS score very, very quickly right now, as we want to compare SF as well as Deucer, the two Agi carries. So SF, Deucer we have walking around with 41 for 16. Windrunner's in that same lane at 6 for 2, which isn't going to help him. Baby Knight 44 for 21. So as far as CS scores goes, there's not a hell of a lot of difference. It's all going to come from the kills, which is looking to actually even then just the tower pushes. Got extra money from that one in the hands of the Scourge. But as far as like levels go, a lot of that is going to actually come from, well, one, map control with the towers, and two, from also getting a couple of the kills off. So CM now walking himself up. Baby Knight will have a bit of a look around. Frost goes off. He's trying to slow down the attack here. Alchemist lost vision for a second, but now it is back, and he will get the hit there on NS. Didn't actually get the full charge off on that stun, but it will still be enough to harass him back. More support going to come in, so Pugna, blast goes off, manages to bring down one of Shen's creeps there, but Baby Knight gets the last hit in the tower, so he's going to be very, very happy. Up to 1,700 gold for him now. So replenishing that gold he spent on the treads. A couple of razors too, so I give himself an extra 100 gold for doing so. While it's happening, Light still free farming up the top lane. He'll be trying to get up towards his Blink Dagger as fast as he possibly can. And guys in the stream, I apologise if things are going horrendously wrong for you right now. You should try commentating with the spiking as well. It's not a cool thing. So yeah, rolling ourselves out. 4-2 is where we're currently sitting. Well, actually, just for a moment, guys, I'm going to drop the quality of the stream, so hopefully it'll actually free up a little bit of the internet. Decrepify going off on SF. Does get harassed with Venomancer coming from the side. Puck with the Warring Rift. And there goes Baby Knight's hard-earned gold. Right out the window. 3 heroes to actually do so, but they do get the gank on the mid, so that does make it 5-2 right now. And guys, the stream will drop for a second, but we'll be back in just a moment. So the stream should be back up again. We'll see if the lag is actually going to continue. It's possibly just my connection to the server. It's not actually the net on my end, so it's actually nothing I can do about it. But the stream should have actually dropped a little bit lower. All right, so let's have a bit of a look down towards the bottom lane. Deuce is still pushing back this Windrunner up to level 5 now, so almost got the focus fire. And wow, that actually did oh, I say it improved, but it didn't. Wards up in the mid lane, so there goes our tier 1 tower in the mid. Pugna is on the front line, so almost 1,000 gold. So I hope he's going to complete his Aghanim Scepter as fast as he possibly can. Obviously, his ability for Drain is just so damn freaking OP. Puck going to come in for the bottom lane. Windrunner should get caught out right now if he didn't move too close to the tower. So Puck just rotating himself around to the other side. There was no ward watching that, or there's a DTS ward watching the movement. Windrunner just sensing the Puck is missing from that mid lane. Pushes back a little bit further, using Power Shot to farm up wherever he can. Puck has now rejoined the mid lane there, just watching Shen move around in that mid lane. SF over the river once again. You've got to be careful every single time you do that one. Light might try and make a maneuver over it again. He's going to be careful that Invis rune is starting to wear out, so he'll move himself down so he can't get spotted by the creep wave and still keep it in the minds of the brownie potatoes. That is the old, well, used to be known as Lost.eu, of what is actually happening and where he is actually. Shen just spots him right now outside the ancient neutrals, outside the Roche pit. Deuce is still trying to push on that bottom lane. So now G just trying to keep up whatever pressure he can on that bot. Windrunner and Bandit just going at each other. Mystic Snake bounces off. Waiting for maneuver, and should just keep the creep farm actually going for the moment. Jakiro pushing up on the top. I would say this is an action-packed match, but at the moment both teams are not wanting to make any mistakes. They're just pushing out the different lanes. It's more a battle of map position, this game. It's not really one of those games where you go, oh my god, let's get so many ganks on right now. The AoE battles later on will definitely start to kick off, but we need everybody up to level 6 before that happens. Venomance has actually hit that now, puts up a ward for vision across the bottom rune. But once we hit level 6, everything should hit the fan. Pugnet is up to level 8, just pushing out this mid lane a little bit further. Someone's got to apply the pressure a little bit more. Goblin Zeppelin just flying in right now. Wants to drop off a couple of mines, just a belt as well as a ring. So there goes the threesome team. Pugnet, CM and Veno heading up towards the top. Probably going to try and do something about this Alchemist, who is still trying to farm up right now. Vitality booster, phase boost, and Ring of Basilius on top of him. So look at that Goblin screen. Only level 1 for the moment, but still keep an eye out for that one. And of course, you do have Light, who can initiate so damn easily, and an Invis rune up his sleeve too. So he can initiate, and if not near a tower, he can get himself back very, very nicely. Illusory Orb just flying over the top. Actually in good position for the Orb too. Just gave vision on the top as well as the bottom, so we can actually see where anybody is going. And Venomancer actually instantly drops the ward, exposes Shen, as well as everybody behind. Pugnet coming up for the backside. Thought about actually putting off a bit of a blast. Decides against it, especially with SF around there, so was not worth it. War's just being put up here. SF's not going to be too concerned about that one. They're literally gold for him, so more money coming into the bank accounts of SF. He is being kept tabs on those, so we can be careful. And even then, you do have the support of the rest of his team, so not too concerned. So 4 heroes against 4 heroes up on the top. Deuce is still free farming up that bottom lane for DTS. That's the more concerning thing. Actually, more concerning thing is now the initiation. Looks to come across. Puck illusory orbing over the top there. SF gets himself around, but he is to grab a fight and blast it off. So drops about a fifth of his HP down. Not too much in the case of SF, considering he's got that bottle. So just pops a charge and he's almost back to full HP. Still, this push wants to come from DTS. They're committing a lot of heroes to actually keep doing this one while the mid's going unchecked. Deuce is free farming that bot. Well, actually, no, he's not. We do actually have Santa down there. Try and slow him down. But Deuce with farm on him is not a good thing, and SF being forced to stay up here on the top lane for as long as he is, that's definitely not a good thing. So now look to actually push out. Puck has a bit of a crack, just attacking the Ursa Furborgs as much as he can, just shifting himself around towards that top lane from the main part of the lane, as opposed to inside the neutrals. That Furborg, though, is just watching for any flank that comes around, losing Orb over the top, just hits Jakiro a little bit more. This is just taking so long. They're trying to bring down the Ursa, which they should be able to do as well. So there goes their little sentry on the side. They've got to try and get around behind if they want to get this tower. They need to bring down one of these heroes while they're still there. And now that SF's actually moved back in towards the mid lane, they might try and push this now, knowing that the big carry is gone. And instantly the Scourge team realise it too. They're not in a position to actually fight this one. They'll lose a tier 1 tower from this point, unless they just go for the kills. Venomancer, all he does, pop off here, blast on top of it. TP support, it's going to come in. Alchemist gets a stun there on Venomancer, while Shen coming in from the top there. Illusory Orb comes right over the top as well, and we will actually see the Space Ranger. Ducky already taking a fall. Scourge will get pushed back here, and the Pugnet Ward was not helping with the back of that one. Just blast him off. Shackle does come over the top, holding 2 of them in place. SF is still up for the moment. Baby Knight gets 1 over the top. Managed to claim double A, and will probably not claim a second one. Dread actually going down to the Sanya Bandit with a power shot right over the top, getting the retreating Venomancer. 6-4, 15 minutes into the game.
A player's forces are under attack.
By the way, guys, I do actually apologise for the lagginess. As I said, there's not a lot I can do about it, but it is a horrible thing to actually see. NS is going to get himself caught out right now. Puts a Frost over the top. There will be enough damage that comes out from Baby Knight to easily claim the game. I was hoping for a little bit of free farm and levels there in the middle lane, but didn't come off with the goods. In the end, just dying there on the front lines. Way too squishy. Tried to go for a bit of a current, but that must have been only level 1 stun. So it wasn't long enough for the TP to finish. So Urna Shadows being saved up here for Jakiro. Winner on the bottom lane with the Planeswalker's Cloak as well as the Phase Boots. Deucer up to Ultimate Orb as well as Ring of Hell. So it is getting pretty close to that Lincoln Sphere right now. It's probably only another 1,000 gold if my maths are correct. Item has fallen out for SF, and with those kills, his BKB is completed on top of Treads. That's a 16-minute BKB. Pugner up there on the top, trying to get a little bit of stability for his team too. So we've got the buckler as well as the headdress, trying to get the mech up as fast as he can, farming up wherever he can, while Nino is still doing the same thing. His mech is already completed for him. SF heading towards the top lane, level 14. Pugner looking to fall back. Going to be too slow with Baby Knight right there to cut him off. Couple of blasts. Razor, Magic Wand is going to keep him alive. Frost goes off as CM actually holds Baby Knight in place. Decrepify on top of himself, throws down the ward. CM drops the ulti as well to try and do as much damage as he can to Baby Knight, but there's not enough support to actually help him off on the back of that one. And Baby Knight walks away with a double kill, and will do it the old-fashioned way to kill off the ward. So Baby Knight with 2 does level up at 7 apiece, and that is 5 very quick kills that just came out from Baby Knight, if you include the top battles as well as the easy gank on the CM. Deucer brings down the tower on the bottom lane, so G actually walks away with the last hit from that one, so that's going to complete his Lincoln Sphere with that money. He hasn't boarded up just yet, but it should actually be completed. Just needs that courier to fly on back again. So there she is, Lincoln Sphere recipe actually already purchased on it now, so it will actually fly itself out. More on the front line, Shen's still trying to farm up inside the neutrals, keeping the levels up as high as they can. A haste room for Dread on the top lane. That's the 18-minute room. Puck will come up and bottle that one up. Puck did actually complete that Blink Dagger a couple of minutes ago, but he actually has that up. So look for the initiation to come from Puck for DTS at the moment. They want to try and stay on top of the brownie potatoes. They need to actually get that initiation off, catch a couple of heroes out at the moment, because at the moment, they're literally just getting caught out themselves. They're moving themselves into the lanes and go, you know what, this is kind of cool. We'll just jump ourselves in and, oh, hang on, no, we're completely in over our heads. There's 4 heroes here and they're ganking on me. So it's always ending up pretty badly for him. CM actually coming up right now is going to spot Sunny farming up inside the neutrals, and they should be able to bring him down. This is what I was talking about. Get the initiation off, Plague Wards off, the Decrepify. Is there enough damage to bring down Sunny? Actually dropping down the ulti to make sure, and there goes Sunny with a 4-man gank up there on the top, and now they will finally push and bring down this tier 1 tower. It's the last tier 1 tower standing up on the map. Oh no, it's not. There's actually a full health tier 1 tower on the bottom lane where Deucer has not left the entire game. As I say that, we spot her in mid lane, so she has a 19-minute Lincoln Sphere up now. Obviously negates every spell, 20-second cooldown on the back of that guy too. I say negates every spell, negates a spell, then 20 seconds cooldown, negates another spell. Roshan attempt now coming through with the top lane being pushed. Might have been a point this time when DTS go. You kill Roshan, we take your tier 2 as well as your tier 1. Happy with that trade. There will be mass TPs. Oh, actually, no. SF doesn't have a TP on top of him right now. Got the extra slot more than likely for the Aegis. The more Roshan actually does get killed, and Shadow Fiend does pick it up. And this top tower will go down. There won't be enough support coming through. Jakiro's on the way. Alchemist as well. There's a lot of damage coming through that blast, damaging off the tower. Now the TP support coming in from green. Won't be fast enough just yet. Or will it? Look for the Shackle. Shackle, Pugner Ward actually there. Gets a little bit off the Windrunner. And Windrunner will actually die here with the Warring Shift gone.